This is, so just to run through where we're up to with the vaccine development. This is a screenshot from the World Health Organization landscape for vaccine development, which tells us that there are 10 vaccines in human trials, of which the Oxford, I was pleased to see the Oxford one is at the top of the list. And the reason we're at the top of the list is that we have already moved into phase 3 studies. So that's where you're giving the vaccine to several thousands of people and actually looking to see directly if the vaccine works. And that's the stage that we're up to now. We're also pleased to see, I think this number down here is 123, is now up to 130 or more vaccines that are still at animal testing stage, but could proceed into human testing. The Oxford vaccine is based on, we've lost the ability to advance this for some reason. There we go. The Oxford vaccine is based on chimpanzee adenoviruses. Adenovirus is viruses that cause often mild respiratory infections in humans, and they also affect chimpanzees. This particular one is based on chimpanzee adenovirus, which has been modified so it does not replicate, and has had genes inserted from the coronavirus so that that will now express spike protein. When it's injected into humans, it will enter their cells, and then those cells will express the spike protein, and then the body will mount an immune response. And a similar vaccine has just been licensed for against Ebola, actually, which we're involved in the development of. This has been tested in macaque monkeys. In panel A up here in the red, monkeys that have received the vaccine versus in the blue that received a control vaccine. And this is in the top left-hand corner of this figure. And with the, you can see this is a clinical score of pneumonia with the days after challenge with a coronavirus. And so we have seen with this, you can see that in monkeys, this vaccine does prevent pneumonia, which is very encouraging and provide the reassurance to go on to studies in humans, which we have done. So the first dose was given on 23rd of April in the phase 1 study. That enrolled 1,000 participants, 18 to 55 years of age, half of whom got the vaccine and half got a control vaccine. And that study is fully enrolled and they're now being followed up. And we've moved on to phase 2 and 3 study, which is enrolling 10,000 participants, predominantly healthcare workers in the 18 to 55-year-old age group. And this will also go up to 56 to 70-year-olds and those over 70-year-olds as well. Again, half getting an active vaccine and half getting a control vaccine. And this enrollment's going on. Actually, I've listed some sites here, but there actually it will eventually be over 18 sites across the UK. And it's going at great speed, and we expect enrollment to complete within the next few weeks of those 10,000 participants. Following this, there are already plans, and I should say actually that the purpose of these large studies are to collect data on safety, but predominantly right now we're looking to see if the vaccine works. So within these 10,000 participants, we're wanting to see who gets infections and who doesn't. We're hoping to see, obviously, fewer infections in those that have received the COVID-19 vaccine versus those that received the control vaccine. So that is very dependent on how many infections these 10,000 participants get. In order to optimize our chance of getting a signal of reduced infections, we're now opening a study in Brazil, which we should be opening within the next few weeks. And some on the call will be aware that there is a partnership with AstraZeneca who are planning a study in the United States, which will also enroll a large number of participants there. So that's just a very quick outline of where we're up to. I'll stop my screen sharing for a second if we can get this working. And so it has been, the rapidity of this is extraordinary, going from the first dose in late April to now at the start of June, being well on the way to enrolling 10,000 participants to a phase 3 study and expanding internationally. It has been extraordinary. It's been extraordinary effort from the team here at the Oxford Vaccine Group, amongst the doctors, nurses, investigators, and of course all the sites that are working around the country. Some will have seen in media reports that we hope to have the vaccine available, potentially available for use in September or from there on in. The scaling up of manufacture has already started, so that if the vaccine were to be shown to work, we would be having millions of doses available towards the end of the year. And some may have read in the paper recently that AstraZeneca actually are committing now, following partnership with SII in India, up to 2 billion doses being available should the vaccine be shown to work. So I think the team here are pushing this along as fast as we can while keeping within the regulations and safety reviews as appropriate.